Hi guys, Danny here, and welcome back to this video, which is actually a mod review of not just one but two very small Thaumcraft add-ons. They're small enough that if I make separate videos it will take like less than a minute each, so I decided to put them together. And you guys probably know me, if a mod is, cool and nice and interesting in some way, I will make a video for it, even if it's very new or very small. So this first mod is called Magical Decorations, and it adds two different blocks. First we have the magical lantern. Okay, and you can turn it on and off with a wand, which I don't think any mod has given an option for a light source to be turned on and on. You can see it turn on, off, on, and off. There's also a small sound effect. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Okay, and the second item it adds is this decorative runic matrix. So we have it here. Unlike the proper runic matrix, this is just decorative, hence the name. And if I right click, I can make it stop or start spinning. And you guys might notice that I'm in creative for the first time ever when I'm doing these review videos. So what I'm in survival for is if I left click, I can change its size from the normal to the small, so I think it looks really cool. So if I just put a block down like there, right click, okay, there you go. But if I left click, turn small, and I think that looks really cool. So yeah, that is the magical decorations. Okay, now the other mod is called, I think it's something like Nodal Mechanics or something with the word nodal. This one doesn't add a tab on its own, but I think it's also really cool. It basically allows you to make the node in a jar item. So it's really small, but I think it's really interesting, like the last mod I reviewed in a magical skyblock scenario where, you're given all the items and you want to make a new node. So instead of just presenting it to them, you can let them make their own one. So I think it's really cool. So you can see the formula here. It's incredibly simple. So first of all, you make an unattuned node matrix with this formula here. And then depending on how many of these essentia vials you surround them with, it sets it to that, what's it called again? Aspect. So if you surround it with all of the elemental aspects, it's attuned to all of the elemental ones. But if you do all of it surrounded by the ignis essentia, you get 8 of these. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So depending on what and how many of these that you surround them with, that is what it gets attuned to. There's one more step, and like you can see here, it's not simple and it's not cheap. So this isn't something even though it's a very simple mod mechanic, it is still quite expensive and not something that you'll be able to do at the start. So I think it's incredibly balanced. And then you have to feed it 150 times how many of the essentia that you have attuned to the node matrix. So because there's only one of each, you need 150 of each of the essentia. But in this you have 8 of the ignis, so you need 1200 of the essentia, because 8 times 150 is 1200. And you get 120 into ignis node, if you did the calculation I just said there. And over here you get 15 times all of the different ones, because you get 15 of the aspect, 15 of the V of per aspect when you infuse it here. I hope that wasn't too confusing, but it's very simple if you actually look at it. So depending on how much how much of it that you encircle with is what designates the type. And after you get the type, you need 150 into how much of each type that you put in, and then you get 15 of each aspect that you had attributed there. So for example over here, because I have it surrounded by aqua, the flight one air, ignis, and another ignis, I get 2 ignis, 1 volatis, and 1 air, and 1 aqua. And the reason I have volatis here is just to show that it doesn't have to be any of the base aspects. You can have any of the complicated one as well. So you can have the mortis or brigantatio or whatever. And then I'll do the formula for this one. So let's see, I would need 150 of the aqua essentia, and then if I do the 150 of the aqua, 300 of ignis, 150 for volatis, 150 for air, and then I would get a node with 15 aqua, 15 ignis, 30 volatis, 15 aqua, 30 ignis, 15 volatis, and 15 air. I hope that wasn't too confusing, but yeah, explaining it might be slightly difficult, but I hope it wasn't that hard to understand. And that is it for this video. This video was also a test of testing out my new software and system for the audio, because as you guys know from the last video, it has been acting up on me. And if it does work, all thanks goes to Kane from his comments and from all his help to help me fix my audio. And like always, the links will be in the description. Oh, and you guys might also notice that there's also a lot less jump cuts, because I decided to try out a new stream of consciousness style video taking. So before, if I made even the smallest mistake, I would cut it, retry it, and the editing would take longer. But you know, I didn't feel as confident making the mistakes on camera, so I would cut it out. But now I think I feel more confident, so if I make a mistake like I just did there, I'll just continue on. So yeah, the video should feel different, and hopefully it won't take away too much from the experience. Like always, the link will be in the description. I don't know if I already said that, and thank you for watching.